Good afternoon, Keepers of the Cash. Gary B, the Casual Comic Guy here, and I am here with Savage Saturday number 21. All right, and today we're reviewing Altered States Red Sonja. All right, so beautiful Billy Tan cover, and I had great expectations for this book going in, and I'll tell you guys right away, it towed the line at mediocre the whole way through. And we'll get into that. This probably won't be a super long review today. But so Red Sonja, Altered States. I'll show pictures over here like I normally do. Our featured slab today is Red Sonja number 1, the Michael Avon Omen and Mike Carey story, Mel Ruby art. But this is the Indiegogo exclusive, Lucio Perillo cover. Absolutely beautiful. And it's hard to beat Perillo. Amazing talent. So back to Red Sonja Altered States. It's written by Brandon Jerwa, and I don't think I've read anything else by him. And this isn't going to make me read anything else by him. Pencils by Juanan Ramirez. Colors by Rova Yumel. And letters by Marshall Dillon. And the cover artist is Billy Tan. The best thing about this book is the cover. And the cover art colors are by Alice Guimarães. So the central theme of this, it's a what-if story. What-if style story. And it places the spirit of Red Sonja in her future self to fight her ages-old adversary, Kulangath. So her future self is called Sonja Major. I know, it's really subtle, right? The greater force for her last name. So, like, you're not going to get that already by her being a Sonja with the red hair and the features. And but let's just get into it. There's not going to be a lot to tell. This was a fast, airy read, and it's just passable. So it's a paint-by-number story. We're going to give the story a C. The interior art is a C+. It's capable. It gets the job done. It doesn't wow you in any way. There's absolutely nothing going on in the backgrounds of the panels. It's mostly a lot of blank panels in the back. You have your art in the front, which is your characters, and the backs are just very blah, very not worth looking at, man. It's not exciting. It doesn't keep you rolling. The conclusion, we're just going to give it a C+. There's nothing that you don't see coming. It's a quick wrap-up with no surprises. Fast, airy storytelling. So in the beginning of this story, Red Sonja is in battle with Kulangath. There's a spell cast, and her spirit is implied that it's gone within her sword. Fast forward, modern day, the sword's at an exhibit where Sonja Major works. I know, it's a surprise. And she is, I forgot her title. Not that it's worth looking up, but we'll look it up just so you know. But she's the exhibit curator, I believe. And we're going to see right here, guys. So Sonja Major, special exhibits curator, reliquary acquisitions liaison, and she's 26 years old. So she's in charge of all the old artifacts, the handling, the exhibition of them. And they get a spell book in their possession, plus they also get a mummy in their possession. And this mummy, who you can guess is Kulangath, is wrapped up in the cloth, but it has spells on it. And of course, in true Evil Dead fashion, not Red Sonja fashion, this Sonja reads all the things out loud, and Kulangath is resurrected. He takes a shot at her, frees a sword, because it's the only thing you can hit into place, right? She grabs a sword, and Sonja, her ancestor Sonja is talking to her through the sword, and she becomes a living embodiment of today's Red Sonja to battle Kulangath. And then it's a strictly paint by the numbers event after that. Not that that wasn't. You could see everything coming. You knew he was going to shoot at her. You knew she was going to resurrect him. You knew he was going to hit the sword. The sword was going to fall in her hands. This is Saturday morning cartoon fodder in a comic book form. Now, if you were a kid and you tuned in on a Saturday morning and saw this story, it'd be light, airy fun while you're eating your breakfast cereal. As a comic, and with the cover art that it gave you, you were expecting a bigger, deeper story. Something that was really going to entertain you. And if you're just looking for a fast, quick read, this is it. It's a good, fast, quick read. You're going to spend 5 minutes on it and you're going to be done. So it'll kill that time for you. It doesn't further the Sonja character any. The characterization of Sonja, seeing the real Sonja is not really in it that much. We're going to give a C as well. Just not great. A very meh story all around. And it's not that what if stories in time displaced heroes can't be good. For example, I got 4 what if stories here that are far superior to this, and maybe I'll do some of these. So what if Thor versus Conan, right? Thor battled Conan the Barbarian. Well done. Makes sense the way they tell the story and the trappings that happen in it. What if Wolverine battled Conan? All right, Wolverine goes back in time. Stuff happens with him and Red Sonja, which is pretty fun. And Conan loses a hand. It's a good story. What if Conan the Barbarian walked the earth today? This is a modern hero brought to the future, done right. And what if Conan the Barbarian were stranded in the 20th century? Another one done right. There's even one more with Red Sonja, where Red Sonja comes into the future to help Spider-Man fight a wizard, and she inhabits the body of Mary Jane, and Mary Jane becomes, in that interim, Red Sonja, fighting side by side with Spider-Man. That story is a great read, very well done, stays true to the characters, and it doesn't treat any of them like they're in a fast-made Saturday morning cartoon. So that's pretty much all I got for this one. It's not fantastic. It's mediocre. It's very meh. If you want a light, fluffy read, buy it. I paid $10 for this book on eBay to get both covers. And I'm okay with it because I love the cover. The cover art's amazing. It's just too bad the story doesn't match the cover art. They lure you in with a beautiful cover, and that's pretty much all the effort they put into it. So that's it for this week, guys. Have a savage Saturday, and keep it casual.